Welcome to The New Perspective, a channel dedicated to awakening consciousness. A place to join together with companions in our spiritual journey. Hi, welcome back. This is Denny. Here we are at the New Perspective, where we all grow together to begin to learn who we really are. We've been living in a trance, guys. We're going to take another look at this childhood trance and all the ways that it's affected us. Remember, we're little. We come into the world. We come into these families. And what do? We learn everything here. Now, let's take a look at how some of that learning has been built. The family can create and can operate from what I call the rules. Now, the rules happen in a family when there have been things that have shaken the family deeply. Illness of a child. If a child is very ill, things are going to change in the family. If there's alcoholism in the family, things are going to change. So let's look and see what does change. What are the rules? Well, the first rule is it's not safe to feel. Now, if there was alcohol in your family, the people who drank so that they wouldn't feel. Oh, no, it ain't safe to feel in an alcoholic family. Just stop with that feeling stuff. You know you're driving me crazy. How many times did you guys hear that? Oh, you're crying? Well, I'll give you something to cry about. Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. It's not safe to feel. But that's not only in alcoholic families. That's in families where a child may have gotten very, very ill, and there was lots of trips to the hospital. Hey, all the other kids in the family go, oh boy, mom and dad are having a real hard time. The kids start to pull their punches. Hey, I'm not going to bother you with feelings. You've got all this other stuff going on. Or here's another example, immigration. Oh my God, let's say you were one of those boat people. Feelings was the last thing you had on your mind. Families just were into survival. Or let's say there was a big shakeup in the family. Your father lost his job, or maybe generations back, someone lost their job. Well, right then, man, let's not make it any worse for our parents. Let's not bother them with how we feel. Let's just suck it up and let's just continue. See, there are many things that cause these rules, severe dysfunction of any kind. A child that's born with a disability, but this doesn't have to just happen in your generation. This could have happened in your parents' generation or your grandparents' generation. See, when we're raised a certain way, we don't think about it. We just continue that pattern, and then we raise our children that way. So pay attention. If it wasn't safe for you to feel, is it safe for your kids to feel? Is it safe for your grandkids to feel? Pay attention. We're talking about the trance. Time to wake up. Number one, not safe to feel. The next family rule. It's really hard to trust. You see, when people are coming at you, well, like with alcohol, if you've got a parent who's alcoholic and they're talking to you, you can't make sense of that nonsense. try as you might, you can't really trust what's coming at you. So you start to try to figure it out. You become hyper vigilant. You start reading the undercurrents. Ooh, that must mean. Oh, and if that means, then that must mean. And pretty soon, because this is survival, you get really good at this. You get really good at figuring out how to keep yourself safe when you can't trust what's going on. Now, it's not just alcohol that'll do that. Severe dysfunction of any kind. Oh my God, parents who punish you with a belt. You're becoming, you can't trust them. You don't know what's going to happen when dad gets home. Once again, you're hyper vigilant. All this shaky stuff comes up. And then the third rule, whatever you do, don't talk about it. We don't want anybody else to know what's going on in our family. I mean, look at us. Look how good we look. And it's not how we feel, it's how we look. And we have to present this image and make everybody think we're the best family in the world. So there we go. Here it is. Don't feel, don't trust, and God, whatever you do, don't talk about it. Pay attention to how you were raised. Are those the messages that you received? The important thing about this is when you discover that, you can begin to see that some of those messages were not true. The message you received from the alcoholic parent was because they had an issue, not you. There weren't anything wrong with your feelings. Your parents were afraid, afraid to allow that. In the area of trust, hey, you're not the one that's making up stories or not telling the truth to your children. Of course, your kids can't trust you. Pay attention. Do you do that? Do you make up a story so that your kids won't worry about their sick brother or sister? Hey, you're in deep trouble if you do that because they can feel inside it's not true. That's how this stuff gets started. So in order for us to wake up from our childhood trance, we need to begin by seeing whether or not the rules are active in our life. And that third rule about not letting anybody else see it keeps all of us in the dark. We then begin to judge ourselves based on others, and we judge our insides based on their outsides. And they have been trained, as most of us have, to look really good no matter what's going on. So that doesn't tell us anything either. So the ways we go about attempting to make sense of this puts us at fault. That's the most important thing to learn here. The child of 5 or 6 feels like they're the reason that all the bad stuff's going on in their family. It's either that, and it's my fault, or heaven forbid, my parents are incapable of raising me. So the lesser of two evils, and praise God, you believe it's about you. That really serves you when you're little, because that way you think you have a stake in this, that you can make it be different. All you have to do is change. Well, you change and nothing else changes, so then you become more convinced it's your fault. But none of that is true. None of that is true. That's how you coped. It's how you survived. Parents that weren't very good at doing this parenting thing, you took it on. Look at all of those things. Those are the areas in which your wounds lie. When you see them, you can begin to wake up from them. Question them. Ask yourself, is it really true that I'm not enough? I mean, I did everything. I helped every way I could. Why do I still feel this way? Is it really true that basically there's something terribly wrong with me? I was well liked. My teachers liked me. My friends liked me. Where in the world did I get that crazy idea? Look at your negative beliefs. Did they happen because of the family rules? Did they happen because of the dysfunction? That's what I'm asking you to do today. To just take a few minutes, get very, very quiet. Take a couple of nice deep breaths and allow yourselves to float back in time to those painful experiences you remember. And as they come up, get real big. Look down on them like you're looking into a doll's house. See them. See them from an adult perspective. See them from outside the trance. These are the little things that are going to help you wake up. And when you wake up, you can begin to see who you really are. What is it that fills that playing piece? What is that energy that fills your being? Where did that come from? Perhaps, as the new perspective says, you're a spirit having a human experience. Time to wake up to it. And so, until we meet again, this is Denny encouraging all of us sleepyheads to really look at those crazy beliefs we have about ourselves and to see in what way we have bought into things that don't belong to us. So, until I see you again, let's work on choosing love. Love for ourselves and love for each other. See you soon. Bye.